Assalamu alaikum, dear students. It is class 11th, subject education. It is 24th of May 2021, Monday. Dear students, we have completed the unit 1, first unit of the book, and today we are going to take up the second unit of the book. The title of the second unit is Understanding Aims of Education. In this chapter, we will discuss the aims of education, the meaning of aims of education, meaning and importance of aims of education, like individual aim of education, moral and spiritual aim of education, social aim of education, cultural aim of education, and vocational aim of education. Dear students, let's try to understand the meaning of aim. Dear students, in the words of John Dewey, who was one of the famous educationists, he says, an aim is a foreseen and that gives direction to in activity or motivates behavior. Dear students, each activity, each aspect of life has some aim before it. One takes an activity to achieve a certain goal. For in every activity, a target is set. Without an aim, without a target, without a goal, no activity can be successfully taken to its end. There is close relationship between an activity and its aim. When an aim is set, an activity is undertaken. When there is no aim, no activity can be successful. When we talk about activity, we are supposed to have a clear goal towards which an activity is directed. Dear students, an aim is a conscious purpose. We consciously set the aims of every activity, for each and every activity. While starting an activity, we set our hearts on specific result, for specific result, and this desired end is called the aim of education. Dear students, let's try to understand the importance of these aims of education. Dear students, let's try first to pinpoint some of the aims of education. Number first is individual aim. Dear students, individual aim of education implies that education should train the individual first. The primary task of education is to provide such an environment in which the individuality of a person is completely developed. Dear students, in support of these individual aims of education, different people have given their different views. Biologists, naturalists, psychologists, spiritualists support the individual aim of education. Professor G. Thomas is the ardent supporter of this aim. According to him, education must enable the individual to survive. Rousseau, one of the naturalists, also come in support of this individual aim of education. He says, Everything is good as it comes from the hands of nature, but everything degenerates in the hands of man. Likewise, Percy Nunn states, nothing good enters into human work except in and through the free activities of the individual. Psychologists are also supporting the individual aim of education. They say each individual is a separate and unique identity. Accordingly, education should be in accordance with the individual needs. The spiritualists in general stress the aim of life is self-realization. Education therefore must provide opportunities for self-development and self-realization. Dear students, this individual aim of education has also been criticized by some known educationists. Raymount is one of the famous educationists. He says an individual is only a figment of imagination. An individual cannot be conceived in isolation from the society. So he rejects the individual aim of education. Absolute freedom to the individual should not be given. The individual may begin to assert that I must have what I want. The critics of the individual aim of education believe that the individual left to himself is an animal, selfish and indisciplined. The animal instinct of man, if given a loose rein, is sure to lead him to the state of primitive barbarism, where the law of jungle prevailed. They claim individuality may have an adverse effect in the politics and economy and a country. The policy of the policy of laissez-faire, that is, let things go alone, is not conducive to national interests in modern times. The students, so we understood that the individual aim of education, there are some educationists who emphasize that these individual aim of education should be given priority, should find a place in the school curriculum, and while as some of the educationists, they say this individual aim of education can lead to chaos, cannot allow the society to progress in good, progress well. So there are views against and in favor of the individual aim of education. Dear students, I hope you will have understood this. Tomorrow, inshallah, we will take up some other chapter, some other topic. Till then, bye. Assalamu alaikum.